Hello, my name is Deborah Kavanaugh Grant, local food systems and small farm educator with the University of Illinois Extension. Today we're going to discuss Sell What You Grow, Marketing Options for Small Farms. Our objectives for today include to gain an understanding of marketing concepts and methods, to gain an understanding of how to determine your target market, to explore creative enterprise ideas for your farm, and finally, how to increase awareness of resources that provide marketing information and support. The topics that we will cover include how to begin your market analysis, followed by a brief discussion about marketing concepts, a short discussion about available marketing options, and finally, a closer look at direct marketing options. Maybe it's too obvious that a business has to remain profitable. Your goal is to generate a positive net return, and it is critical that you understand the importance of the marketplace for the survival of your business. You can't make any profit without getting some income. And where does that income come from? New customers and repeat customers. As Richard Wiswall states in his book, The Organic Farmer's Business Handbook, no customers, no income, no business. For too long, farmers have thought of marketing as simply how to dispose of their products. Marketing does not begin after production, but well before the first seed is planted. For farmers working outside the conventional system, the importance of marketing cannot be overemphasized. Consumer-focused marketing is the single most important factor that determines the success of an enterprise. Marketing is not just about selling. It requires a clear and astute understanding of what consumers want and the ability to deliver it to them through the most appropriate channels for a profit. It includes the planning, pricing, promotion, and distribution of products and services for consumers, both present and potential. In the book, Sell What You Sow, The Grower's Guide to Seasonal Produce Marketing, specialty grower Don Anderson states, "Knowing what's happening in the marketplace is the difference between the farmer who makes it and the farmer who doesn't make it." Successful businesses, whether small farms or giant corporations, follow an ongoing practice of market analysis. A concept called the marketing circle visually depicts this practice. With no beginning and no end, the marketing circle asks 4 questions to help you better serve your marketplace. The first question: how will the market know I have what it needs? Some questions to ask. What are your strategies for making this determination? Do you knock on doors, develop a survey, make phone calls, advertise, post flyers? How do you generate free press? Do you give away samples? Do you develop a website? How do you engage in social media? The second question: to whom will I market? Some questions to ask here include: who are the customers or target audience? Are you interested in wholesale marketing, direct marketing? Are you selling to stores, restaurants, farmers markets, a CSA, a farm stand, a pick your own? Or are you going to participate in a growers co-op? What restaurants or stores do you choose? What's your geographic area? Who is the best match for your product? Who is your typical customer? Who would be a good business ally? The next questions: what will I market, and what are my product development options? This opens the door to inventiveness and potential. An entrepreneur running a business is like an artist with a blank canvas. Any direction is possible. You call the shots. It's a highly creative process. Think about what you like to do, and the possibilities are endless. Lastly, why will the market want your product? Place yourself in the buyer's shoes. Let's say that you are selling at the farmer's market. Why should that customer stop at your stand and not someone else's? Is your stand engaging with a sense of aesthetics and abundance? Are your prices competitive? Are you all about providing excellent customer service? And do you have a superior product? How do you develop your market? There are 4 ways to create a market, and these include market penetration, market development, product development, and diversification. The first one, market penetration, is where you, as the producer, use more of your current product mix to meet the needs of the market. This could mean boosting sales by improving linkages between the buyer and seller and serving more customers in the existing market, or by increasing consumption per customer. Market development. This is where you as the producer looks for new uses or new markets for your products. Product development. This is where a new product is produced for the existing market. This could be something that is less expensive to produce, or perhaps consider value adding to the original product or crop to better meet your customers' needs. And lastly, diversification. This is where you consider raising new products for completely new markets. Your business idea is taking shape, and you've put some serious thought into your products, pricing, marketing, budget, and management. Now it's time to test your ideas. What kind of information do you need to know to make a specific business decision? How are you going to use the information when you are done? Conducting market research is a good idea for many reasons. For example, it will help you answer several questions. These include, is your business concept a good idea? Is there a market for your product? Is there a space in the market for your product, or is the market saturated? Who is going to buy your product? Who is your target customer? Is your target customer interested in your product? How much do my customers know about my product or service? How much do they need to learn about it? What are the price points that your target customers will accept? How feasible is it that my business will be profitable? And lastly, how can I access the market and receive a fair price? You can either start small and grow bit by bit, or you can start in a big way from the very beginning. Either way, you must be prepared to do your homework and get to know your markets to be successful. One way to identify potential markets that exist in your area is using the 30-mile market technique. Most customers of direct marketers are believed to live within 30 miles of the point of sale. Market research within this radius will unearth useful information about production possibilities and the presence of competitors. Detailed market analysis and research is imperative before you promote and sell your product. Not only does it reduce business risk by providing credible information, it can help identify problems in the market as well as little-known opportunities for profit. By knowing the size and makeup of your market, its geographic location, demographic and behavioral characteristics, it will be easier to create the appropriate marketing strategy, and you will avoid wasting time and money marketing to the wrong people. This is just a beginning place. The overarching point is to develop a marketing plan to develop a profit, and you may need to expand the radius of your marketing in order to accomplish those goals. A great tool to help you with your market analysis is Market Maker. Market Maker is a national partnership of land-grant institutions and state departments of agriculture dedicated to the development of a comprehensive interactive database of food industry marketing and business data. Put simply, Market Maker is a platform that seeks to foster business relationships between producers and consumers of food industry products and services. A marketing plan is simply a set of ideas and goals delineated by a specified timeline for a specified result. How do you begin your marketing plan? There are a few simple steps to follow. The first is to decide, what is your message? Is it that you are opening for business, that your items are on sale, that your business has opened in a new location? Second, decide what vehicles you'll use. Flyers, brochures, how about the internet, newspaper ads? There are several options for you to use. Third, decide the timeline for your message. Will your message apply January through May, this month, or now until the business opens? Fourth, research expenses. Find out how much it will cost for marketing tools such as setting up a website, taking out an ad, or creating a brochure. Lastly, keep the marketing going. You need to know when to start your next message and set a date to get the message out on time. In my many years working with small farmers, I have received phone calls like this. I have a few acres and I don't know what to do with it. After learning more about their interests and aspirations, my initial questions often include, have you done a review or evaluation of your present situation? What are your goals? What are some possible enterprises that you are interested in pursuing? What are your physical, financial, and marketing resources? What's your market potential? Thinking about the enterprise that you want to pursue, is it right for you? Is it feasible? Some additional key questions that you need to ask yourself include, is this really what you want to do? Is there a market for your product? Do you have the necessary skills to do it? Are you going to develop this market, or will you raise a crop for which there is a pre-existing market? Is it going to be profitable? Can you expand in the foreseeable future? Marketing is one of the most important factors in determining the success of any farming enterprise. It includes most of the decisions made by producers. These decisions range from determining the most marketable varieties to produce, to deciding how to deliver high-quality fruits and vegetables to consumers at a profit. However, marketing does not begin after their fruits and vegetables are produced. Instead, marketing alternatives need to be considered even before production takes place. Fruit and vegetable growers have several marketing alternatives. Each alternative has characteristics that make it more advantageous for different types of producers. Volume of produce grown, location of the grower, time available for marketing activities, and quality of the fruits and vegetables are a few of the important factors to consider when choosing a market or combination of markets to use. Producers may be better able to use or develop more alternatives if they know the major characteristics of each marketing alternative. Fruits and vegetables may be marketed directly by producers to consumers or non-directly through terminal market firms or wholesalers, brokers, processors, cooperatives, private packing facilities, or buyers for retail outlets. The most important factors to be considered when choosing a non-direct marketing alternative are buyers' needs and requirements, and your abilities to meet those needs and requirements. Buyers may desire certain grades and varieties of fruits and vegetables, or require that fruits and vegetables be packed in certain containers. Buyers also may demand certain quantity levels for specified time periods. Small acreage producers should be aware of their abilities and shortcomings relative to the needs and requirements of buyers. The types of non-direct marketing we will discuss will include terminal markets, shipping point firms, brokers, cooperatives, retail outlets, including 2 examples, restaurants and grocery stores. The first type of non-direct marketing I'd like to discuss are terminal markets. These are assembly and distribution centers where producers truck their commodities in large amounts and where buyers purchase and then redistribute. Terminal market buyers typically include large wholesalers and sometimes buyers from local chain stores. Some advantages of terminal markets include current market information is usually available at the terminal markets. Growers have opportunities to contact several potential buyers, and growers may sell large quantities fairly quickly. Some disadvantages commonly associated with terminal markets include buyers usually accept only consistently high-quality produce. Buyers may sometimes have very strict packaging requirements. Prices of produce are based on current retail market prices, so they can fluctuate widely over time. Producers must usually transport their produce to this market, and producers must deliver produce to the terminal markets in relatively large quantities. The next type of non-direct marketing that I'd like to discuss are shipping point firms. Shipping point sales are those made by the farmer to a local shipping point buyer, who in turn sells the fruits and vegetables to terminal and wholesale market buyers. Shipping point buyers may be area packing houses, produce distributors, or other handlers such as buying offices for large chain stores. For successful marketing of produce, grading and packing is required by most buyers. Packing facilities provide these services for growers and may also harvest, help manage field operations, deliver to buyers, and lease production equipment. Some advantages of dealing with shipping point firms include that growers have the ability to manage large volumes through pooling and do not have to establish a terminal market sales program of their own. Shipping point buyers may provide guidance on grades, container sizes, etc., and produce may be sold to sources not otherwise available to producers. Some disadvantages of dealing with shipping point firms are that prices received depend on the facility, since the firm has limited information on market prices and conditions. The firm does not develop terminal market outlets of its own. And lastly, the bargaining position of the grower may be weak, especially if there are a limited number of shipping point firms in the area. The third type of non-direct marketing are brokers. There are two types of brokers involved in the exchange of fruits and vegetables: buying brokers and selling brokers. Buying brokers are individuals or firms that arrange sales between terminal markets and local retailers. Selling brokers arrange sales between local growers and terminal market buyers. With modern forms of communication, buying and selling brokers may be located in shipping point or terminal wholesale markets. What are some of the advantages of selling through a broker? These include growers obtaining the services of a professional produce salesperson and having access to a large number of buyers, brokers providing needed price information, and the fact that producers are not responsible for the selling function, which reduces personnel overhead for selling. Some of the disadvantages of selling through a broker include that the products must be homogeneous and able to be graded, but the grades may not represent your quality. Your volume may be inadequate and the cost of brokerage sales is high if large volumes are handled. And lastly, as a producer, you remain responsible for product delivery and quality. The fourth type of non-direct marketing I'd like to discuss are cooperatives. Many of you are probably familiar with the cooperative that is shown in the slide here, Organic Valley. The objectives of produce marketing cooperatives are to secure higher prices, guarantee markets for produce, and reduce the input and handling costs for their farmer members. Most fruit and vegetable cooperatives also provide various marketing services for their members, including harvesting, grading, packing, cooling, storage, and transportation services. Cooperatives allow members to bring their produce to one location and pool their produce, which allows producers to meet buyer requirements that they cannot often meet by themselves. However, some cooperatives also provide purchasing, pooling, processing, and bargaining functions for their members. What are some benefits that cooperatives provide? These include growers gaining benefits of large volume marketings. Often a sales specialist is available. Growers can gain benefits of increased bargaining strength. And lastly, producers may reduce their level of market risk. Some disadvantages of cooperatives are that producers may lose some independence by selling through the cooperative. Members may only sell through the cooperative when prices are high, and then use other marketing channels, which hurts cooperatives' reputations. And lastly, more experienced or better producers might subsidize inexperienced producers and therefore not reach their profit potentials. The fifth type of non-direct marketing are retail outlets. Many retail food businesses buy or will buy from farmers. Often these businesses attract their customers by featuring locally produced food. Some examples include grocery stores and restaurants. An example of sales to restaurants can be found in Springfield, Illinois at a restaurant called Maldener's. Chef Michael Higgins features seasonal, local, and regional ingredients sourcing food from area farmers. Dave's Supermarket in Fairbury, Illinois, purchases produce from area farmers. These items can be found in a separate area in the produce department with signage that includes information about each of the farms supplying produce. Now we are going to shift gears from non-direct marketing to discussing direct marketing. Direct marketing strategies are those in which the farmer or producer sells their products directly. Farmers are engaged in personally selling their products and avoiding the use of a broker or a wholesaler. Direct markets involve producer interaction with consumers on a one-on-one basis and include pick-your-own operations, roadside stands, and farmers markets. What are some of the requirements for direct marketing? Well, first off, it requires the personality and patience to work with people. If you are selling at the farmers market, you have lots of people to interact with for many hours. It's the equivalent to starting an additional small business. You have to be aware of rules and regulations, strategies to develop a marketing plan. There's a lot to doing direct marketing. And this leads into the idea that this eliminates the middle person, but you, as the farmer, take on these new roles. You must deal with marketing, retailing, advertising, customer relations, regulations, and so on. So, at the end of the day, there is no free lunch in direct marketing. There are long hours and additional sources of stress. Now we are going to talk about the common types of direct marketing. These include roadside stands and markets, you-pick farms, farmers markets, community-supported agriculture, agritourism, entertainment farms, the internet, certification, and value-added labels, and lastly, social media. The first type of direct marketing we are going to discuss is the roadside stand or market. It can be a stand or an elaborate building. It can be an honor system with a coffee can or locked cash box to several employees. Access is the key factor, and they can be seasonal or all year. Roadside stands or markets can be one product or can offer a full line of produce. In my community, there is a farmer off Route 29 who set up a little stand where he only sells sweet corn. You can charge retail or sometimes higher prices. And a thing to be concerned about is that there is some liability and building regulations related to roadside stands and markets. And lastly, a roadside stand or market can be an individual stand or a cooperative stand of several farmers. Some of the attributes of U-Pick include that they are management intensive during the season, both the plants or the produce that you are growing, as well as the customers. Another attribute is that you can gain a base of very committed customers. Of concern in U-Pick operations are liability issues that any time that people come to your farm, you have to make sure that you look into having adequate insurance. The third type of direct marketing are farmers markets. The primary advantage of selling at farmers markets is the ability to sell directly to consumers instead of going through a middleman, resulting in increased profit over selling to wholesalers. Additionally, it is another way for new growers to learn what customers want and perfect their production skills. Many growers enjoy being at farmers markets because of the interaction with the customers and other vendors. While you are able to secure a retail price for your products at the farmers markets, there are several costs associated with this type of marketing. Besides having good sales skills and understanding and employing the necessary packaging and presentation for your products, there are definite costs associated with selling at farmers markets. These include the market vendor fees, transportation costs, and most importantly, your time. As I mentioned, the most common sales model for small farm ventures is the local farmers market. Through a timeless direct-to-consumer technique, the farmers market is undergoing a bit of a renaissance. This is due largely to a burgeoning interest in local, sustainable, and organically raised foodstuffs and other goods. Farmers markets are popping up in small and large towns alike, as well as enjoying renewed popularity. For more information about Illinois' farmers markets, check out the Illinois Farmers Market Association at the URL on the slide. Farmers markets provide fresh food direct from the farmer. Farmers markets provide support to small farms. And they build communities. In an interview with Chef Bryant Terry, chef, educator, and author renowned for his activism to create a healthy, just, and sustainable food system, he was asked, "What excites you about farmers markets?" He replied, What makes the farmers market such a special place is that you're actually creating community around food. Consumers purchase their food directly from the producers, and they build relationships with the people who provide them with their food. It's exciting for me to bring people to farmers markets who haven't been before, and to give them the opportunity to taste many of the fruits and vegetables that the producers are growing. Farmers want us to sample their food before buying. They're confident that it's going to be delicious because it's freshly picked. They provide fruits, vegetables, cut flowers, plants, cheese, meat, and breads and pastries. The fourth type of direct marketing is community-supported agriculture, or CSA. CSAs are a food production and distribution system that directly connects farmers and consumers. Consumers buy shares in a farm's harvest in advance. The term CSA is also used to refer to an individual's farm's CSA program. Farmers earn important early season capital and have a guaranteed market for their produce. Barring a disastrous harvest, consumers enjoy overall lower food costs, field fresh produce, and greater access to high demand fruits and vegetables like long stem strawberries and heirloom tomatoes. Most CSAs require an annual or quarterly buy-in and provide weekly deliveries or pickups. But some well-established programs offer monthly or even weekly memberships. Many CSAs also offer farm visits, you-pick days, and other special events for members. Pictured is Sally McDaniel Smith and members of her family who are involved in her CSA, Sally's Fields. Sally is a graduate of both the Central Illinois Farm Beginnings and the Growing a New Generation of Illinois Fruit and Vegetable Farmers programs. The fifth type of direct marketing is farm to institution. This is an emerging area for farm direct sales to institutions that serve food to large, captive groups such as schools, hospitals, and prisons. Some of the issues with this type of marketing include contractual obligations, meeting regulatory requirements, transportation and delivery, and meeting volume requirements. Failure to deliver is a disaster. For more information about Farm to School in Illinois and nationally, check out the websites shown on the slide. The sixth type of direct marketing is agritourism. Agritourism is a growing segment of the rural economy in many areas of Illinois. Many farm-based agritourism businesses that attract customers directly to the farm gate have existed and are being developed across the state. These diverse businesses market a wide variety of produce, products, and services to a diverse group of consumers that often value the experience of visiting a farm or rural area as much as the merchandise that they purchase along the way. In Illinois, agritourism is defined as any business activity that brings the public to a farm or rural setting in an effort to market farm-raised or produced products or the enjoyment of related outdoor activities. There are a variety of agritourism approaches, and these include pumpkin patches, berry farms, orchards, wineries, corn mazes, bed and breakfasts, farm markets, and hunting clubs. The sixth type of direct marketing are internet sales. You can sell your farm products online via your small farm website. The internet can be a great way to increase farm visibility and for local marketing, but it can also be used to sell directly to consumers, shipping them products or offering them pickup. The advantages of internet sales include reduced physical infrastructure needs, very flexible hours, weekends and evenings are fine, and growth is virtually, no pun intended, unlimited. Some potential issues include the website management, payment mechanism and security of transactions, and issues related to packaging and shipping. Lastly, I would like to share a little bit of information about certification and eco-labels. These labels assist in sales to consumers who want assurance that food meets specific standards. Many of you are familiar with the USDA organic label, but there are other labels too, including Certified Humane and Food Alliance. Buy Fresh Buy Local is a local foods campaign to encourage the community to support local farmers. This includes everyone from individual consumers to larger buyers, including restaurants and grocery stores. Through the Buy Fresh Buy Local campaign's marketing materials, such as the logo above, consumers can identify locally produced foods and farmers can reach new local markets. Some farms have produced their own labels. Examples of these include Mint Creek Farm in Stell that produces organic lamb, goat, beef, pork, duck, and turkey, and Prairie Fruits Farm and Creamery in Champaign that produces goat cheese, gelato, and various fruits. An important part of your marketing strategy can and should include social media. Social media provides us with a wide range of options to connect with our customers. The question is, how will you connect with the right people to the benefit of your small farm? As a farmer, your social media priorities are to connect with your existing customers and help them market you to their existing networks, connect with potential customers in your area, and educate the wider universe of consumers. We have discussed several topics including how to begin your market analysis, basic marketing concepts and principles, and much of our time was spent discussing available marketing options, both direct and non-direct. By now you understand the main take-home message. It's all about marketing. For more information, be sure to check out the resource slides at the end of this presentation. In the ADRA publication, Keys to Success in Value-Added Agriculture, Holly Bourne shares several ideas for how to be successful in the short run. These include starting small and growing naturally, making decisions based on good records, producing high-quality products, letting demand drive your production, involving your whole family or partners, keeping informed, planning for the future, continuous evaluation, perseverance, and attention to capital requirements. Keys to success for the long run include maintaining your focus, establishing and maintaining a loyal customer base, choosing something that you love to do, and something that fits your personality and goals. I would like to close with these words of wisdom from Joel Salatin. Joel is a farmer, lecturer, and author whose books include Folks, This Ain't Normal, You Can Farm, and Salad Bar Beef. Salatin raises livestock using holistic management methods of animal husbandry on his Polyface farm in Swoop, Virginia in the Shenandoah Valley. Meat from the farm is sold by direct marketing to consumers and restaurants. Profitable entrepreneurial farming is 80% marketing and 20% farming.